Today's edition of How to Do Business in Ghana. We're learning from the experts, those who have done it. Because guess what? That's what we're all being asked to do. The finance minister says there are no more jobs, so everybody should go into entrepreneurship. Well, we'll find out from Big Godwin Mate what it actually is like to go into entrepreneurship in just a moment. First, let me ask you this. Have you heard about the Orange Support Center? The Orange Support Center provides support for survivors of sexual and gender-based violence, including psychosocial support, legal support, and medical services where necessary. You can call them on 0800 111 222. It's a toll-free number to all networks. So if you know anyone who's suffering from a difficult marital separation, someone suffering in an abusive relationship, or somebody who needs help to prevent child neglect, the number is 0800 111 222. Call them now. If you notice gender-based violence anywhere or you see something, please say something because you might be saving a life. All right, so that's the good news. The Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection have established the Orange Support Center in collaboration with UNFPA. Call them now, 0800 111 222, and seek assistance because it is free of charge.
Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. All you have to do is to log on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically going into any of their branches. That's hassle-free. They arrange delivery to your homes and offices within reasonable time, and they offer free delivery within Accra and Tema, and they also accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability is their hallmark.
Right, so Surfline is expanding their coverage. Yeah, they're getting closer to you. So if you live in Denta, Pantang, or Yarifa, Danfa, Amrehia, Oyibi, Ayimensa, Rehoboth, or any of those areas, Surfline has opened a new shop inside the Oyarifa Mall to help serve you better with simple, fast, and efficient customer care that saves you time. Remember, nothing works better than Surfline. They're right there at the Oyarifa Mall, open daily from 10 a.m. Surfline, better together.
After 3 mini clinics designed to help you resolve the to build or buy dilemma, EcoBank Cities and Habitats and Joy News now bring you the main fair of the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. This year's fair, the 12th edition, assembles an even greater number of exhibitors, offering a lot more variety and quality housing options. It's the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair 2021, powered by the planned city extension projects from Cities and Habitats at the Accra International Conference Center from this Thursday, 28th to Monday, 1st of November. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. You can also follow us on our social media platforms with the hashtag Joy Habitat Fair. For inquiries, kindly give us a call on 054 690 8179 or 054 011 0389. The EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is in partnership with EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and powered by the planned city extension project from Cities and Habitats Rent to Own. Sponsors: Elegant Homes and General Construction, where quality meets value. DBS Industries Limited, we truly are your roof experts. Duraplus, where Duraplus goes, water flows. Renters Paradise, we help people and properties find each other. Gold Key Properties, building prestige since 1997. And Anki's Home Decor, your home sorted. EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair, everything housing, this Thursday, 28th of October to Monday, 1st of November at the Accra International Conference Center. Don't miss it. Don't miss out.
All right, let's get to it. For several days now, we've been talking about the ease of doing business in Ghana. Why, though? It's because of something the finance minister said when he spoke at the recent the event organized by Springboard, the event organized by Pastor
Albert
Ukran, Reverend Albert Ukran. Now, obviously, the government can't employ everyone. That's just a fact. So, the suggestion of the finance minister is that graduates should just go into entrepreneurship. Now, that's easier said than done. First of all, can everyone be an entrepreneur? Or is it a special mindset that not everybody has? Secondly, if you are lucky enough to have that mindset, how easy is it to actually just turn entrepreneurship into a source of living? Godwin Marty, big Godwin Marty, has succeeded in doing this. He won this year the overall award at the 40 Under 40 Award. So he's the first among equals, as they refer to him. He's our guest this morning. Big G, it's good to see you.
Thank you, Senior. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Now, this is not Big G's first time on the show. In fact, we used to have a series called Unique Achiever, and he was our guest on that series. He wowed us with his story of how he turned some very unfortunate circumstances into a position of power from which he is now a blessing to many others and creating jobs. But is this the kind of thing anyone can do? That's one of the things we'll find out. But first, Big G, why don't you just bring us up to date? What exactly is it that you do at Websoft?
Okay, so thank you for the opportunity, and thanks to your listeners. I'm privileged to be here. So Websoft, basically, we're an IT company. Our focus more is on software development. We are big on ERP. So we have an ERP solution that handles HR, payroll, accounting, e-learning, procurement, sales, inventory, end-to-end business process management. So, and also we build web applications. We support some banks. We do hosting services. We build websites and mobile apps. So basically, that's what we do, purely into IT. But our biggest focus now is on the ERP, because a lot of companies don't have end-to-end business process management. Some of them have maybe some HR software detached from payroll or detached from finance or detached from procurement, but we've been able to put it together so that you can have one system running the entire organization.
So like an entrepreneur, you've identified a problem and you are solving it and
Exactly.
getting someone to pay you for that.
Yes.
Can anyone do this?
Most people could if they have the right training. Some have it inborn. Some can be coached or mentored. Some have the tendencies, but they may not have the reservoir of strength to pick it up themselves. So they might need somebody to put fuel in their fire and say, hey, I can hold your hand. This journey is possible. Because some people, when they face adversity, their reaction to it first is disappointment and neglect. And they just want to pack off and go. But for some of us, we don't even understand what it means to give up. Like, the adversity is our fuel. We love the challenge. It gets us more vim to even do more. But we are not at all the same. So, yes, but I still know that it's not true that every human being can be an entrepreneur. Because I've met people that this one, no matter what you do, I don't think this person can be an entrepreneur. But if everybody also became entrepreneurs, who are those that are going to work for the entrepreneur? You see, so everybody has his own place. So I really understand the finance minister. It makes sense. It's a good call. But you have to do assessment, self-assessment. Sometimes, look, let me tell you, you are better off working for somebody than even being an entrepreneur. Because you're an entrepreneur doesn't mean you're really so doing well. Some people were doing so well in terms of even peace of mind until they decided to go into business. So it's not always about the money. So you could work for someone and earn, let's say, 10,000 cedis net, or even 5,000 cedis, and live a very peaceful, more organized life. Your kids are in good schools, you are okay. But you can enter entrepreneurship and you're having court cases here and there, police is arresting you, tax people are chasing you, and you now realize that you've lost your peace. So it's not automatic that entrepreneurship is, so rosy. No, some entrepreneurs don't sleep. Some entrepreneurs wake up and they don't even know which of the courts to visit because they have too many court cases with too many lawyers.
Yeah.
Can I identify, can I look at myself and say, based on some tips that you would give,
Yes.
that this is not for me?
It is possible, but it is not fair on yourself to take all that assessment alone because sometimes you cannot see your own picture when you are in the frame. So you need a coach. You need to talk to somebody. You need to talk to someone who's probably a proper entrepreneur. He doesn't have to be a big-time Jeff Bezos. He could be a young entrepreneur but he's an entrepreneur. He may not be so big yet, but you can see that this guy, if you give him 10, 20 years, he's going somewhere. And you can talk to him and say, Charlie, these are my tendencies. This is what I like to do. This is what do you think? Then he can give you an objective, because you can be emotional about it and not necessarily give yourself the best of assessment. You might even not know that you have deep there the possibilities. So he can now, awaken it and tell you that, no, I think you can do it. Just that you need a mentor. Some entrepreneurs can go far with almost little or no mentor. It's possible. Some too, they can't move from point 1 to point 2 without somebody holding their hand. Every small thing, they panic. So yes, you may be able to look at yourself and say, Charlie, this thing that me I not go to do. But I think to have a better assessment of yourself, you just do this thing. I've done it for younger guys that I met who were so afraid, but now they are making baby steps and it's making sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said something based on what could you ask that you can't fail. You refuse to. I mean, even when you do, you come. Is it because of being poor?
The unhappy stance. It was a direction for my father, because my father is a man of God. He's late. So I had the backing of the Spirit that this is the direction of your life. So it's not a general trajectory of just sitting down there and say, Charlie, okay, make I go find something to do.
Okay.
No. Aside that, it's all interconnected. I started there. I was even working for free for about 8 months, which is something I'll talk about, because young people don't want to serve. They want the glory. They don't want the story. And you can get there that way. It's not possible, especially in our system. You must sacrifice. You must lay the red carpet. Let people work on you for a while. You need it. It's your springboard. Yes, you don't just want to jump into somewhere. Okay, right now, I completed LLB, and I told myself that I want to own a law firm. And what do I want to do? I want to go and work for free. In fact, they are doing you a service. In fact, you should pay them. If I come to Joy FM and I say I want to come and work here for free, I'm supposed to be paying you Joy FM, because the experience you will give me is I can quantify it.
But the reality is, you will be taking transport every day. And
I was
coming
trekking.
here.
Look. Time no day. You can make all the excuses to fail. And I don't want to wake up when I'm 75 and be explaining to my kids that the reason why their life is the way it is because I didn't have transport fare to go to Joy FM to go and intern. No, I'll trek. I've trekked for too many times in my life. Look, even... stop. Whilst the website was even ongoing and I was in Accra, I didn't have a place to stay. It was a very baby, small business somewhere at Fadama. I didn't have anywhere to stay. So I still go to Kofodia every day. Yes, so when I go around, small entrepreneur you start, you are the accountant, you are the marketer, you are the secretary, you are everything. So I go around town looking for business, trekking, sometimes using trotro, before I got one stubborn car that has overeating every moment. Then I'll close at 6. When I come back to the office, I had 2 employees, Eunice and I think who I forgot them. They have gone. I'll now sit down from 6 to like 10 p.m. at Fadama there or Bombay there. Then I'll work to 10 p.m. When I finish, I'll now go to Circle Station. Kofoda Station is at Circle. Kofoda last. By the time I get there, most times it's the last bus that is left, because all the early birds are gone. And that bus, it doesn't get full easily. So I can be there to 12 midnight. And if you get angry and tell them that, Charlie, it's late, let's go, they tell the master, if you want us to go, then pay for the empty seats. You want to go home, you want to make our money. You two are poor. You can't pay this. So you are there quiet. Then from there, the bus will now leave around 12 midnight to Kofodia. The bus is not going to your house. Where I was staying at my uncle's house at Kinke Factory. From Kofodia station to Kinke Factory is a whole journey. And by the time I get to Kofodia, I'm so tired. And the bus goes to the station. It's not going to Kinke Factory. And I don't have money for dropping. In fact, the taxis are all gone. All the taxi rank bus, they have gone. And now I will now trek from the station to Kinke Factory. You pass through what's this? B. Foster, all the way to Nkubem, all the way to Old Estate before I get to speaking in tongues and walking and chanting and singing alone in the darkness till I get home. And I did that for like 8 months until my own staff, Emmanuel Kofi, who I had employed and we were doing some small screen display for some banks who were giving us opportunity to just do like a demo, like rate display. When you enter the banking or you see the rate, we used to do that big time. But they give us opportunities like a POC. So I brought him on board. The guy now noticed that, this guy, he doesn't look like he have a house here, because By the time I get to the Kofodia and I get home, I'm wasted. To bath, cry, there's no strength. I just sit in the shower like that. And then my uncle's wife will say, hey, Big Audrey, rest kakra. I have to wake up like 4 a.m. Sometimes I can't wake up myself. So I'll tell her that by 4 a.m., she should wake me. Even if I refuse, she should pour water on me, I must wake up.
Wow.
Yes, she wakes me up. I have to dress up and get up because if you get to the station after 6, you are late. The queue you meet at the Accra station in Kofodia, you will get to Accra like 10. And I don't want to create that impression of lack of punctuality to my new employees. So I have to get to the office earlier than them again. They are in Accra. They'll come and meet me again in the office. Until one day they ask me, boss, where do you stay? I said, oh, I don't have a place in Accra. I said, I've noticed. I'm very observant. So come and stay with me. He had a small place at Santa Maria. So my employee now convinced me to, instead of going to Kofodia every day after about 8 months, to come and stay with him in his house. So my employee became my landlord. And when we closed by 5, he has left. He's going home. I'll still be at work and then go home to meet him at around 10. And then when it's about 5 a.m., I leave him in the house and come back to him and say, Charlie, I'll take the lead. It's okay, boss. I'll be with you soon. Then I come back to work. So this idea of, you see, look, there are 3 challenges. There's the challenge of self. There's a challenge of opportunity and service. And then there's a challenge of systems. A lot of young people rely on the last one. The challenge of systems. The system is not working. The system is not working. You can't even do this. Taxes cannot even be paid. GR is chasing you. This one is the government is not doing. Look, since 1960 till now, we are not doing Ghana card. But people have been doing business since 1960. People have made billions, built empires, and gone. There will never be a time in history where all conditions will be right for you to be able to feel comfortable enough to start. Not even in America. There will never be a time in history. In every, at Tamil's time, there were issues. JJ's time, there were issues. Muhammad's time, there were issues. Nanado's time, the issues will be there. So you have to rise above the system. You have to dominate the system and give yourself a die-hard thinking that nothing can stop me. Once you set that in your mind, you'll be surprised. The whole universe will start conspiring to make things work for you. Even though the obstacles are there, they are real.
How do you get there? How do you say, Charlie, irrespective of all these obstacles?
The point is that you even have limited opportunities. Here is not Ontario. Here is not Maryland. You are not in Manhattan, New York. You are not in Santin City. You are in Accra. So you have to tell yourself that you have burned the bridge. There's no way back. Okay, now they say you should go and do the job the entrepreneur you didn't want to do. You're looking for a job. Finance minister has finally come and tell you point blank that, my brother, go and sell coconut. So the opportunities, the public sector vacancy is not even there. So you see, sometimes obstacles, in my view, create new opportunities. The problems that we create, the systems that we say is not working, in itself is what pushes you, because you can't go back. There's no way I can be an employee again. It's not possible. I can't survive it. So if I look back and realize that my parents are poor, my father is not Dangote, and my father is not despite, with the greatest respect to all the rich kids. I'm only saying that, I'm not saying their effort is discounted. I'm only saying that it's easier sometimes when you're not starting from zero. Unlike those of us, I didn't start from zero, I started from negative, because I need to work to come and pay the debt of my parents. You see, so it's very, very difficult. So it's a resolve. You have to have a honest conversation with yourself in a mirror. Charlie, there is no way, there's no other way. That's why sometimes some dropouts do well, because they don't have the degree they don't have anything to fall back on as plan B.
So let me ask you this, Big Godwin,
Yeah.
because you make the point that the obstacles are there.
Yes.
You just have to rise above them.
Yes.
Well, it's not a metaphysical
Let me
conversation.
give you an example.
So how do you physically
Okay.
rise above them?
I want to give you a practical example. One time, many years ago, my office was still at Fadama, Bombay. Small office there. One day, I woke up and Eunice called me and said, "Sir, I'm out in the office, but they've locked the office." When I was leaving on Friday, I locked it with only one padlock. So what do you mean by they've locked and you have a key? She said, there's another padlock that have been used to lock the gate door, apart from our padlock. And I said, you should look on the padlock. Is there anything written on it or what? He said he checks it and he mentioned the name of a bank, which I won't mention. That bank is one of those that are mobbed up. Hey. Then I said, oh, okay, I understand, because I owe them. That I owe them about 600 cedis or so. I've forgotten the exact amount. Hey, this is serious. And this is it's an aggressive bank. When you owe them, they come for you. Most of us know that bank. So then I asked her, okay, don't worry, I'll call them. But okay, you don't worry, you go home. Are you there with the other, I think Timothy also, I've forgotten the other stuff. He said, yes, we are both standing. I said, okay, you guys go home. I will conquer this problem and call you back. So they went home. Then I went to the office. When I got there, not knowing that Eunice did not give me all the picture. The padlocks were 3. The third one was AMA. Those people, they don't understand anything. You can't beg them. You can't negotiate. You can't say, I'm sorry. Once you enter there, hey, then you must pay. If you don't pay, forget it. They don't understand English. You can't go there and speak. No. You must pay. And they are doing their work. That's their mandate. It's okay. Because that forces you to also grow. Okay. Now I stood there about 2-3 minutes. Then I took a taxi. I went to the bank, and I went to tell the manager there that you guys have come to lock my office. My computer is there. That's where I used to work. So at least come and open it. Let me take my computer so I can work to look for money for you. They said, oh, once they have logged it, they can't open it except I pay. Hey. Okay. I left there. Then I went home. So I was at home first day. I mean, in my lonely moments, all I know is prayer. Karaba, lebrose, karose. Because that's all I know. Prayer is a daily necessity for daily triumph. There's something prayer does into your spirit. It unlocks new forces, new abilities, things you did not know that were there. It awakens new strength. I really recommend prayer for any young business. I don't know about the big boys, the Mark Zuckerberg, but at our level here in this system, my brother, you have to pray. Hard prayer. It works a lot. So I was praying. 2-3 days later, I said, no. So I'll be staying at home and praying. No. You know what I did? I had a friend in church who is also poor like me. So we meet at rehearsal. I'm an instrumentalist. I play sax. So when we go for rehearsals, we are friends. We talk a lot. And on Sunday, he has only one tie. And that tie, coincidentally, is the color of the tie of that bank. So I called him. I said, Charlie, that's your Sunday tie. He be like, I go here. He said, well, I said, I won't use on weekdays. Then weekend rehearsal, if I come on Saturday, I go take and give you. He said, okay, no problem. So we met on Sunday. After Sunday service, he removed the tie and gave it to me. Monday morning, I wore my white shirt, black trouser, with that green tie, and I resumed at that. Hey, I resumed at that bank.
You did what?
I resumed there at the branch where they came to lock my office.
You went back to the bank?
Yes.
Okay.
And I told them that I came to resume work here as a staff. The security man looked at me. He said, where's my ID card? Have I been posted from head office? I said, no. My name is Big God. I run a company called Websoft. You guys have come to lock my office. And I'm not a lazy man. I can't sit at home doing nothing. And I know that this banking, I sometimes come here and I need service and nobody's there to attend to me because you're short of staff. To fill form, to do, all of you are busy. So I came to join so that I can be helping customers who are coming to help. I'll work here till you give me my key because, don't worry, I'll trek or take trotro, I'll come here. It became a fight. The security man said, will not allow me. It became the violent take it by force. Until the manager heard the matter and came and said, when he saw me, he said, Big God. I said, yes, I came to work here. I will create a scene here. I'm not going home because there's nowhere to go. So I'm coming here to work, and I'm well dressed. I'm in your colors, and I'm educated. I want to help you serve your customers for free. What's your problem? Do you know that I worked there for over a month? If I mention the manager's name right now, he knows he's listening to me.
Did they pay you?
They didn't pay for what pay?
And the loan?
They didn't pay. I made friends there. We go and buy gobe or buy cocoa in the morning and eat together. Until the issue now went to management that there's a young guy who has refused. He has now turned himself to a compulsory staff at our branch, and I was helpful. Real story I'm telling live. People who were there knows the story. Now that issue now went to the management that there's this guy who has been coming to this branch he's worked there, insisting that because he will lock his office, will not. Then the thing had got to the MD. That's how I became friends to the CEO. So the CEO called me. Hello, I said hi. He said, do you know who he's online? I said, no. He mentioned his name. He said, I would like to meet you. I said, okay, sir. He said, come to my office. Give me his office address. I went there. Now I sat in front of him. He said, why have you been coming to the banking or insisting that you work when you are not a staff? Now I told him that I have only one option. Either I confront destiny with violence and win, or go back home, defeated, unfulfilled, and die in my poverty, and then pass on the poverty baton to the next generation. Because I didn't like how my great-grandfather died when I heard the story. I didn't like it. I didn't like how I heard my grandfather die. And when I look at my dad, When we sit and talk and I look at where the thing is going, no, somebody must do something. So there's no, I don't have anybody. So I am doing what I know I can do. He looked at me and said he's afraid of my future, that I'll be very great. He told me point blank that my zeal and zest to not give up, to the point where I enter banking with that kind of gusto, that kind of zest, and insist I work there. Look, they had no option. I would say I was not going. So the manager told her, so that I won't create a scene, told the security manager to leave me. So I sat there for a while, then I spoke to the customer service that he should educate me on some of the forms so that I will help people to fill. And I started it. Some of these people, pensioners who come, they want old women, they want to fill form. I help them. For 1 month too. Wow. Now, the MD now said he will pay, the CEO said he will pay that they should, he wants to take that cost. So they're going to open my office for me. So he called someone.
And the debt was 600
Ghana cedi. I forgot it exact because it's been a while, but it's no more than 600 cedis. Look, that when the CEO said he will pay the money, I said, I appreciate it, but I am training myself to learn to conquer self and conquer challenges. So it's a great handout, but all I need is they should just give me time. I don't want him to pay. I'm using that to train myself or something, because I will owe in future again. Will somebody pay for me? No. I need to learn to work and overcome this thing and pay it myself. So all I'm asking is just open the thing and give me time. If you like, remove the interest and allow me another 6 months moratorium for me to pay. I want to pay it myself. The man became more surprised. Well, okay.
So what did they agree in the end?
So they agreed that then they should open their office for me. So they came to open it for me. Then it was left with AMA. Those people, forget it. They know they hear anything. Hey, they are strong. Go. No, forget. They are not emotional. They won't listen. So I now went to AMA. And I told them that they've come to lock my office. They said that they called me, I didn't pick. So they knew that I'll come there once they lock it. I sat there. They were not minding me. I begged. They were not minding me. Okay. So I called a friend. Sometimes have good friends. And I said, I owe them. That one was our 85 Ghana at the time.
Less than 100 Ghana cedis?
Oh, yes. But the monies that we have owed, about you, pa. Look, when I started the business, somebody took me to police station because the computer I used to start website was not for me. I borrowed it. The hard disk got crashed. At that time, hard disk was 35 Ghana cedis. 350,000. I was in Kofodia. He reported me to the police. Police came to arrest me. I slept in cells for 3 days, from Friday to Sunday, to Monday morning. Yes. Because the guy said I have taken his laptop and I've refused to return it in good shape.
I want to know how you resolve the AMA issue.
So I called a friend and I told him that I am in a deep fix. I need just about 100 cedis to pay AMA so my office can be open. And I said, okay, he will charge me interest. I said, no problem. You should send it. So I went to him. I collected the money. Then I came to pay AMA. And then I opened the office. Then I got my laptop. I became more wild. Then I realized that no, this thing you can't do it with kids' glove. You have to sleep less, work more, and pray hard. That's how. So now, guess what? In the next 6 months to 8 months, that same bank that came to lock my office became my client. And I went to sit down to think about what can I even do for this same bank so that they themselves will pay for the debt and I still make more money from them.
So they ended up paying you for your services.
Yes. So now I have access to the CEO. So I thought about the concept. I put the proposal together. I didn't just go and give him tacit idea. I built the software, something simple, as a demo. Then I called him. Now I have his number. Tell him that I said, I have something amazing I would like to show you. Then I went to his office and did a demo to him. He liked it and said they should organize a meeting for me to show it to the whole team. They did a meeting. I showed it to the whole team. They liked it. And we spoke about prices. And that was it. So they paid me times, probably 1,000 of what I was owing them.
Big Godwin, you have to come back. This conversation, it's only just begun. But I think the general concept we're getting here is that, look, obstacles, difficulties, trials, they are actually part of your job if you are an entrepreneur.
You need
them.
Yes.
And I love the stories you've told us and the experiences you've shared with us. Mama B cannot...
I need a one-on-one.
So listen, Big Godwin, I want you to commit that we're going to do a second part to this conversation. We'll decide on which day will suit us best for that. And we'll come back and resume this.
Thank you for
Big
coming.
Godwin Mate, of WebSoft Solutions, everybody. Listen, there's more to come. Our friends from the Planned City Extension project are here. Actually, no, it's Elegant Homes and Duraplast are here to tell us
our
about.
Sponsors.
That's right, the sponsors of the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair, and they're coming to tell us all about what you can get from them when you come to the fair. Emmanuel Oforinchi and Dorothy Ifuakwashi are standing by. They're up next.
Payday Ababiem. Achieve big with better and amazing deals from Electromat on any LED TV, smart TV, home theater, refrigerator, freezer, gas cooker, washing machine, and all electronic appliances. Broom, Panasonic, LG, Samsung, Philips, Pico, Media, Nasco, and all the top brands are Ghana's #1 multi-brand electronics retail outlet. Electromat. Rush to the nearest Electromat showroom or call 055-275-5456 or 055-277-7905 to pre-order now. Electromat.